Survey the audience. Are single fathers hypocrites for avoiding single moms with dating? And no, they're not, was the vast majority. Now, granted, most of the guys that watch my channel are dudes.
Yeah.
There's not as many women, but let's check out the comments here because this usually sorts it by the top comments.
Redo it on Twitter.
Oh, Twitter will just break the internet if you put it there because that's where the outrage mobs hang out. Dude here says, I'm a single dad and my last relationship ended because the single mother I was dating didn't like the fact that my time and attention went to my own child instead of her kid every other weekend. It didn't matter that I spent more time taking care of her kid than my own, even going so far as to demand that I take my ex-wife back to court and fight for full custody so as to eliminate my son's mother from the equation. Two problems with that. I'm a guy. Two, California. Bonus, like, she's making demands on his life with his, with his own kids. Bonus reason.
And what leverage does she have? I don't understand why they think you have this leverage to just make these demands.
Well, it's because they have the leverage and they think that it'll work the other way, right? It's like, it's a blank slate for everybody. Men and women are the same. No, they're not. Men and women are different, and that's okay. Risk making matters worse with the ex-wife and ruining my relationship with my son. So she basically wanted to throw a huge monkey wrench in what he had going on with his parenting schedule. It didn't matter how many diapers I changed, baths I'd given, dinners cooked, trips home from daycare I've made. All that time and attention I gave to another man's kid only for him to inevitably grow up and tell me, you're not my dad. I don't have to listen to you. Cold hard facts, right? Men can discipline his children. He can't discipline her children, especially a girl. One false accusation and his life is destroyed. Let's just read one more here. This guy says, as a single father, I feel that every dollar and every minute I have to spend should be spent on my son, not somebody else's child. That's just how it is. Getting involved with a single mother means resources of time and money are inevitably going to get diverted away from my own. Simple but true.
Yep.
Is what it is, right? I mean, I get the plight. And by the way, for those of you guys that are in the waiting area, just leave in the private chat what your question is, or if it's a comment, if you want to challenge us, whatever, just leave a quick private chat there and I'll get to you guys in a second. But I get the plight, like they're like, okay, we deserve love too. We want to get involved as well. And you're telling guys to stay away from single moms, even though you're a single dad, you're a hypocrite. Okay, well, you can point and sputter if you want. The fact is, I've got way more money than you. You've got your kids most of the time because women get 80% of the custody orders still, which means over the course of a month, they've got the kids 80% of the time. So a lot of these fathers sometimes find themselves in a scenario where they don't get to see their kids that often and they spend more time parenting somebody else's kids.
Yeah.
And what ends up happening is they end up being their kids when she needs something, money, resource, attention, pay for a car, trip, whatever. But they're his kids when, it's the opposite, right? Or they're her kids if he needs to discipline them. So there's a lot of things that pop up with this. It just becomes pretty problematic.